Onto a disturbing story out of San Antonio, Texas, where local neo-Nazi groups have been handing out white supremacist leaflets and flyers. Individual flyers and plastic bags filled with racist and anti-Semitic leaflets were left outside homes in several neighborhoods in the city's North Side district over the weekend. Bearing Nazi swastikas and other white power symbols, the flyers were distributed by a group calling itself the 14 First Foundation. So for more, we now bring in David Efun from New York, the editor-in-chief of Allgemeine, as part of our weekly slot, The Bottom Line. David, thank you so much for your time. It's always concerning when one hears about these kinds of hate incidents, these flyers targeting both the Jewish community and the Black Lives Matter movement. What more is known about this incident, and how have the Jewish community and residents there responded?
The truth is that the local media was actually able to get in touch with the individual behind this leafleting. Obviously, the Jewish community was concerned. There was a call for unity and common joining of hands together to address hate and bigotry within the community.
And David, more broadly speaking, we keep hearing more and more stories of anti-Semitic incidents out of the US. Why do you think there has been an increase in hate crimes in recent years, ranging, of course, from synagogue attacks and the targeting of religious community members in New York, and the list goes on? Your thoughts?
It's true that we have seen a rise, and it's not just in the United States, actually around the world. There have been a worrying and disturbing trend. I think that if you have to put a finger on it, one of the things that could really be having an impact here is the rise of social media platforms that create an opportunity for various forms of haters to gather and organize and reinforce each other. Certainly when you talk about some of the most heinous attacks against Jewish targets in the United States, I'm talking about the attack on the synagogue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and of course in Poway in Southern California. In both cases, the perpetrators were sort of talking to a community, if you will, a community of haters. One of them was on Gab, the other one was on another platform called 8chan. So if we had to put a finger on it, I think one of the areas of real concern, and one of the areas that's sort of leading to this growth, is the fact that whereas bigots and haters would have been isolated or might have been isolated in the past, hiding and sort of circulating independently, now you have opportunities for them to gather, to reinforce each other, to build communities and to egg each other on, which has, as we see, is having a significant impact on facts on the ground and hate attacks and hate crimes subsequently.
What do you say to those who say that certain leaders have been inciting people with their rhetoric and their posts on social media?
Look, this is a question that has come up many, many times in the past. I think certainly every leader, major leader, certainly President of the United States, has a special responsibility to do whatever can be done to discourage hate crimes, white nationalism, bigotry in general. Having said that, it's also important to differentiate between when you're holding a leader responsible for hate crimes and when you're encouraging them to do more to combat hate crimes. That's a more sort of collaborative, constructive effort that I think that we need to engage in. So in this particular case, while there's obviously concern and a lot of people calling on President Trump, for example, to do more, there isn't specific evidence per se that his rhetoric has directly led to an increase in anti-Semitism.